Hey there, Gemini. This is your mid-May monthly reading with a focus on the Uranus shift into Taurus. So I'm a little excited for this one. I'm a Gemini myself, so got a little bit of favoritism there, but not even really favoritism, but I feel it's much needed favoritism because nobody be caring about us Geminis. Everyone wants us to believe we're just crazy, but we ain't crazy out here. It's alright. So, yeah, I'm just getting to the cards. At the end, I guess I'll just go a little bit into the transits if I feel called to. Because to be honest, I do like to read the transits, but I kind of just like to go with the cards because I really just work with channeling my higher self with the cards. So I kind of just want to go with the message that comes through. So let's just get into it. So the main theme we have here is the Hierophant. For me, there's a few different things that come to mind for me here. There's this feeling of the Trinity here. I see 3 crosses in his robe. There's like the 3 in this like scythe or like this staff sort of thing. I'm not entirely sure what it is. Not even just that, but there's don't know if you can see the little Taurus symbols kind of in the back. So even that there, like there's just a lot of, this is a Taurus, centric card, so it doesn't even surprise me if this comes up. But to kind of get into what the card generally does symbolize is like our education or our belief systems, even conformity, which I feel like is kind of a big theme for Geminis in general. But even just our belief systems are being called into question. So I guess we'll just talk a little bit more about that as the reading goes on. So let's just start with where Gemini is at right now. So let's just go like this. So we've got Knight of Cups that is backed and supported by the 3 of Swords. So it looks like we may be feeling maybe over emotional about some pains or some heartaches we've been feeling. This doesn't even have to be romantic, but just whatever has been breaking our heart or making us feel maybe lonely or even betrayed. The Knight can, go either way. So with this 3 of Swords, I do get the feeling that we're kind of temperamental. Like we're, I guess, in what people would say typical Gemini fashion, where we're kind of fluctuating between our feelings. Maybe even feeling a little introverted, maybe feeling a little bit sensitive about our wounds, our heart pains. What we're looking for, what we're, searching for at this time within this shift is the 3 of Wands backed and supported by Temperance. So this does bring feeling of wanting to find emotional balance, wanting to find a state of harmony, especially for a Gemini. Someone told me, and it completely changed the way I look at Gemini. Not even just look at Gemini, but like it just made so much more sense that people see us 2 different personalities, but I'm more seeing it as, our higher self and, our lower self, or I guess you could just say our ego. And so now we're trying to maybe find a balance in that and trying to take ourselves maybe out of the actual situation and look at it from a higher perspective. I also get the feeling of having, angelic guidance with the Temperance backing us here. Our hidden factors we have here. Page of Pentacles backed by the Ten of Wands. So it feels like we have an idea, not even really an idea, because the pentacles can be something very tangible or practical. So we have like a practical thing we want to do. There's something we want to put into plan, but we're not even going about it the right way. Like, we're just handling it the whole wrong way. Maybe you're overextending yourself, and not really trusting the process. I can definitely relate to that myself. It's like you see it, like you see the path, and instead of like wanting to just walk the path, you're just wanting to go full force, which is like, it can be a blessing and a curse, I guess, sometimes. Or maybe it's just me I resonate with this heavily, that like, you want to lean into what you want to do so bad that like it can kind of be a liability when you're like doing way too much. Like, you don't have to do way too much. And I feel that when I look at the Hierophant, like we're I'm thinking of DJ Khaled, because I'm looking at the keys. It's like we're getting some keys here. We're getting some keys. And I feel like one of the keys here is we don't even have to work that hard. Like, we need to let go of this, like, grinding hard, like, sleep when I'm dead. Like, we don't have to be that way to get where we're going. Like, that's some old ish that we have to let go. With our known, factors or unhidden factors, we have the Six of Wands backed and supported by the Seven of Wands. So I feel like we know that we're the shit. Like, I can't even think of another way to say it. Like, we know. And because we know, it disturbs people. Because it's one thing to be confident, but it's another thing to be confident in yourself and in a belief that other people just don't understand. Like, you're moving on to your blessings, and it's kind of like, I'm seeing like the people here, and I'm also seeing these wands. Like, these are their wands. Like, it's really just another perspective. Like, this is like pretend these cards are like back to back. Like, and this was like, you could see the crowd here, and then this is like the other way, where it's like now you're seeing it from their perspective, and they're kind of like trying to bring you down, and you just like, but nah. Not even like, but nah. I mean, that's ultimately the feeling that you want to go for, but I mean, because I don't want to say that this is easy, 6 and 7s, it's after the 5, so it's not like you're like in the middle of it, like you're getting out of it, but you're still, you're still fighting. And with that Ten of Wands there, with the unhidden, like, I just get the feeling that people will get it when they get it. But we have to move, with conviction in what we believe. And like move, with a sense of pride and maybe even defiance towards, our blessings. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this isn't even a time to sit and be caring what people, how they feel about it. Excuse me. I mean, you don't necessarily want to be, so much so that you actually beat other people down, because that's where you can get too much, into the Seven of Wands energy. Yeah, I get the feeling of you don't. That's what I'm getting. Like, the flip side of this is because we feel like such hot shit, we almost feel like maybe we gotta force our sense of conviction and our new sense of self onto other people, and we don't have to do that either. And I'd even go back into the Page of Pentacles with the Ten of Wands, like, where we have this, like, we see the future, you know what I mean? Like, we see it. We see what it looks like. But, like, we be going about it the whole wrong way about how we're handling it. And bringing struggles onto ourselves and burdens onto ourselves and overextending ourselves. Going into the outcome, we have more Pentacles, y'all. And it's not just more Pentacles, but we got 2 court cards. You have the Knight and the King of Pentacles. So when it's the Knight that is backed by the King, I'm thinking of, like, super stable, like, roots. Like, I'm seeing it like this. If you want to see it as, like, the energy, like, this is us, but this is kind of what's rooting us. Ooh, not even within the angle. Like, this is us, and this is what's rooting us. So the Knight of Pentacles is, like he was the Page. You know what I mean? This is us. Like, this either is us, was us, or something, we're getting out of the Page stage. And eventually we'll be moving into, I feel that, as Uranus does shift into Taurus, we're moving into the Knight of Pentacles with the mindset of a King of Pentacles. Where, oops, sorry about that. I had to blow out the candle. Where we're still unwavering in our values. But we're not being necessarily, like, super overly stubborn about it. Like, we feel steady in our belief and in our richness of truth and of knowledge. So Pentacles, for me, at least whenever I tend to pull them, it speaks more of, like, you're gaining wealth, but it's like mental wealth. Not really mental wealth, but like knowledge. So even with this Hierophant, it makes me like we're getting some hidden knowledge. Like, when I mentioned the keys, like, we're getting some keys that, like, not many people have access to. And it's not even necessarily that I don't even want to say that we're special necessarily. It's just that many people don't even make themselves open, But, anyway, back to the Knight and the King here. So not, it is, knowledge, like, we're coming into some great, knowledge, where now we're able to move, with our eye on the prize, you know what I mean? we're still not taking anyone's crap. Like, he still has, like, you know, the very similar face. So I feel, you know, evolutions in all of these. I mean, we even have the Knight here, you know, so instead of being overly temperamental because people are not getting us, you know, people are not seeing our heart. And so people can only seem to talk about how we're this and that, and it's hurting us, you know? It, like, Geminis confront and be like, sometimes be like, they ain't really, like, in their feelings, but, like, they can be, like, the idea that, the mental is not just, like, you know, the another aspect of the emotional or whatever, or not even another aspect, but, like, kind of like the flip. Like, these are both energies that we're not able to, like, see with, you know, our eyes. So it's not even like it's any more valid than feelings. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird the way that people will play, like, logic or, you know, over feeling or emotion. But anyway, back to what I was thinking with this Knight of Cups. Like, you know, we were feeling, like, real hurt about it, you know. And so I feel now when I'm looking at it all, like, as I'm telling the story, you know, we're really seeking some guidance. Like, seeking, like, how do I speak my truth in a way where, not sure where it's more socially acceptable or anything like that, but, like, how can I live my truth in a way where I'm not overextending myself and I'm not, like, causing myself unnecessary struggle. So for me, with this outcome, with us moving into, you know, our king throne, you know, our throne position with this Pentacles here. This gives me just the sign that this is not supposed to be like a super, like, fast process or anything like that. Or not even necessarily that this is even about time, but this is about us needing to stay focused on our own thing, being unwavering within our own foundation. Not so much to where we're not willing to take in any new information, you know what I mean? But to the point where we're steady in, like, our general truth. We're steady in our general, you know, foundation, to where now as we start to, you know, move and not even necessarily pick up the pace, but as we start to make progress, we become a lot more grounded in our feelings, so that we're no longer, you know, super fluctuating like the Knight of Cups. Yeah, I think that's about it. Again, I shuffled just to have, like, a bottom of the deck, and I got the Wheel of Fortune. I believe I got this for a few, focus there, a few different signs, or at least it's come up either as a theme, or it's actually come up in a position, or as a supporting card somewhere. So yeah, this is a lot of spiritual movement, a lot of change. And also just pulled the Hierophant. So surrendering to this process will make it a lot easier for us. We don't have to control the process or try and, like, stretch ourselves to doing the most. And not necessarily tell us to like stop showing off or stop, being the messenger that we are. But to kind of be aware, like even the Knight of Wands just popped out. So just being aware that, you can't burn people as you're, spreading your truth. Being a little aggressive with it. Making a few enemies as you're like moving towards your finish line. But yeah, let's see. Is there anything I want to mention about the planetary aspects for Geminis? Well, especially for Gemini risings, let's see. We've got Taurus. For you, that would be your 12th house. So, yeah, this would be transformations, within your subconscious, with, your unconscious mind. And finding a new sense of truth. Just got, shuffled and pulled the Ace of Swords. So I feel like there's going to be an unearthing of, your truth. And especially as Uranus moves into Taurus. And then there's also this new moon happening in Taurus. Kind of at the very edge of Taurus at that. So, you're coming into, those final degrees are often, the most critical. So you're coming into like some critical info about yourself and your unconscious, self. The self that's underneath the layer, of ego and all these things that, you develop more and more in the world. Peeling back those layers. The moon enters Gemini this same day. So it's going to enter the first house. It'll also be sextiling Chiron and Aries, which Aries would be then the 11th house. The ways in which you connect with others in original ways, your original aspirations that have to do with you, and how you identify yourself. And coming into greater feeling of that as you're just accessing, various parts of yourself, I feel. Mars enters Aquarius. This would be 9th house, I believe. 9th house for Gemini. So coming into, or, kind of actively, activating, like knowledge. I honestly believe in past lives. So for me, I just pulled the moon card there. So that can be, fears, illusions, but even just be the, the underworld, the stuff that you can't see, the feeling of stuff. So yeah, for me, I do feel that, it's going to start activating higher knowledge about society, the abstract, how things work. It's going to activate, revolutionary thinking, revolutionary ways of, not even ways of believing, but, revelations, honestly. yeah, I believe that's it. Whoop. These are the 3 cards that fell out as I was shuffling. I was about to end the video. So for me, I can even see this as the divine feminine energy, both the yin and yang almost of feminine energy, because it's cups and wands. And I feel like it's bringing us blessings that we felt like we were missing. Like we've been falling on hard times, and now we're coming into these make me think of like goddesses. It makes me think of goddesses blessing us, and I say that because there was 10 of Pentacles on the bottom. So it kind of makes me think of like them dropping coins on us, you know. Like us looking to the sky, like, you know, waiting for our blessing, feeling like we've been waiting for our blessing and been rejected. I don't know. Maybe that's a little bit too weird. But yeah, I guess that's it for y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting. I do hope that resonated with some of you. I do believe I'll be back with a June monthly reading. Not entirely sure. We'll see. But if you do want to just watch more of my videos until then, I do make daily reading videos, so you can always check those out. You can subscribe to see when I post those. I try to post those in the morning, but right now my Wi-Fi has actually been really, really weird. I haven't even been able to upload today's video. I'm doing this on Thursday the 10th, so I'm in a little bit of trouble with it, but I'm gonna get it worked out so I can try and get these videos up. But other than that, I hope y'all stay blessed. Much, 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 much love to you guys. And I hope you have a great, great May. There's a lot of, you know, people coming at you like, I'm feeling it, not even necessarily in my own life, but I already feel like, you know, I'm coming, my words today. I feel like I'm coming into a new sense of myself that definitely, if I were to be even more vocal than I am, it would rub people the wrong way. So I am learning to try and temper it and learning to try and find the right way to speak to people to hopefully get my point across. And even if it doesn't get my point across, it's like whatever. My eyes, you know, on the prize. I'm just trying to move forward, and those that, you know, want to rock with me will rock with me. So I guess advise y'all do the same. But I'm going to say peace to you guys again. It always takes me forever to say bye because I just love to talk. So, yeah, please do follow me on Instagram and, you know, interact with me there. I'll leave the info on how to spell that, Gladiator in Sweats, down below. And without further ado, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.